Oh,
All right. All right, call to order. St. John Waterworks meeting. Start off with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Moving right along.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we'll do a roll call now.
Nick Furtek,
Present.
Greg Wigorski,
Here.
Patty Smarchek,
here.
Kim Kroll.
Here.
All right. All right, let's see approval of meetings from the February 21st, 2024 meeting. We got a motion to approve those.
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
All right. That's good. What's it? All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Any old business?
No old business. No old business today, Mr. President.
All right. Any new business? Billy?
So for item A, it's discussion and possible action to be taken on the filter changeout. As everyone's aware, we had a bid go out last month. We had a sole bidder in Peerless. Since there was only one bidder, we were able to negotiate down the price and work with Peerless. So we're looking to have a motion to award the filter media replacement project to the lowest and most responsible bidder, which is Peerless Midwest, in the amount of not to exceed $290,000, and also a waiving of the PLA.
All right.
So everyone's aware, we had contact with Peerless, with our engineering firm, and with the trades, and we all came to this agreement.
So what's the total price of the project then?
So the total price is not to exceed $290,000.
And that's just for the changing of the media filters?
So that'd be the changing of the removal, cleaning, and replacement of the new media filters.
All right. What about the 2024 water main replacement project?
So first, I would ask for a motion
Oh.
to approve the bid to Peerless.
Can I get a motion to approve for Peerless for the 290,000?
I'll move to approve.
I will second that.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right.
Item B is the project award recommendation for the 2024 water main replacement project. Brad? Brad from Haas and Associates and Adam McAlpine from McAlpine Engineering is here, and they'll present that.
All right. Sounds good.
Good afternoon, board. Can you make sure your mic's on, Brad? It's right there on the bottom, on the back side of the bottom. There you go.
Okay.
There, is it on?
Yep, you're good.
Good evening, board.
Hello.
So I had sent a letter back on March 11th to Board President John Schaefer with a summary report of the various bids received for the project. You should have them in your packet. That was, do you know, Bill, was that shared, the summary report letter? Otherwise, I can just read the highlights of
I
it.
think it was shared via email. I don't know if it's in the hard copy here.
This is all I have.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Oh, this
the hard
is the
copy.
invoice and the
It was put into their packets, I'm sorry.
Okay, great. So the M&J Underground had been confirmed as the lowest and most responsive bidder at a total cost of $1,937,703.61, and that includes $69,226 for alternate B. And their bid amount was 7% below the engineer's estimate. And then your packet details the other bids that were received and how much higher they were than the engineer's estimate. So with that in mind, I'd like to field any questions about the bid summary before making recommendation, if there were any questions.
Can you give me that total again from M&J?
Yes, so their total bid cost was $1,937,703.61, and that includes $69,226 for alternate B.
Okay, thank you.
And you said this was the lowest bid?
The lowest bidder, yes.
Okay. And it included everything that we need for this project?
Yes. There were four bids in total.
When is this supposed to start?
Well, the contractor's anxious to start, so as soon as we can get the contract executed, we would have, I'd turn it over to Adam. They're doing the construction inspection to set up the pre-construction meeting and get the contractor scheduled and so forth. But they had contacted me last week. They are very anxious to get going, so I would expect in the next several weeks. Sure.
Good evening. Adam McAlpine, McAlpine Consulting. The plan would be to come back to this board at the next regularly scheduled meeting with construction contract documents, depending on the outcome of this recommendation and your decision. Performance and payment bond, certificates of insurance, so that everything is in order for a municipal construction contract agreement. And then, if you chose to, you would sign that, and then that would be the what would initiate working with them to schedule a pre-construction meeting, get a schedule, and begin work on the project.
What's your anticipated length of the project, the time frame? I mean, we know you don't have a crystal ball, but
Yeah.
guesstimate time to finish?
I think this is about a 60 to 90 day construction contract.
Okay.
And I believe there's language written into the agreement that allows for it to be further out into the calendar year, but once they have actually started construction, to commit to the work, because it's through several residential areas, and not just leave and do their other work. But that's so, and what that allowed for is some flexibility for them to work this into all of their other commitments. And so we've been waiting for a while, so there's no urgency to make this happen immediately.
Right.
But it will happen this calendar year, and once they start, I'm anticipating a 2 to 3 month window, likely during the summer months.
Okay.
Maybe sooner, though.
Is there a PLA clause in this bid?
On which one?
Is there a PLA? No? Okay. Thank you.
Anything else? Good?
Any other questions?
All right, thank you, guys.
Sure.
And then,
For a motion?
Yeah. So, motion to accept the recommendation of Haas and Associates
All
to
right.
award the bid to M&J Underground.
I second that. I'd like to make a recommendation to give the bid to MJ Underground.
You're looking for a motion.
Motion to get this done.
I'll make a motion to have Haas and Associates award the bid to M&J Underground for $1,937,703.61.
Do I second?
I will second that.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. And then discussions for future well sites. Bob?
Altoff, this is the growth development that we spoke about last month. Altoff Homes agreed to pay for the test well that we want to drill with Sheehy. It's a 5-inch test well. And then after we drill that, we'll see what kind of results we get from that and decide if it's worth moving on with a larger well.
Okay. So he's running one well out there, then just one?
It's a test well.
Okay.
That's all this is. It's
Okay.
just a test well to see if it's worth drilling a production well out there.
Okay.
And Bob, how long does it take, that process?
Oh, that,
A day, 2 days? I
we
mean,
can, we'll be done in like 3 days, yeah.
Okay.
It all depends on the weather. If
Okay.
we're going out in the field with a rig, so
Okay.
we gotta make sure we can get out there and,
If it keeps up, the ground will be still frozen, so.
or, right?
Bob, are they just doing the well, or are they gonna do the actual testing of the water quality?
They'll do the pump test as well,
Okay, so then that's,
and the quality,
Like
right.
the extra
There will be
28,000 or
sampling, there will be, it's all included in that price.
okay, good, great.
Altoff was gonna come tonight, and we told him there was no need for it, so,
But thank you for coordinating that with him.
no problem.
Reports and correspondence. Robinson Engineering. Any updates?
Thank you, Vice President. We do have a couple. The well houses that you approved us, or the well house that you approved us to begin design on last meeting has been started. We had a kickoff meeting with Bob, and then we've also retained the services of Millie's Engineering to do the mechanical and electrical work. So that is underway. Altitude valves, they were sent to IDEM for permit review about 3-4 weeks ago. And since then, we've been going back and forth with them on the comments. Hopefully that one will be done soon. And then tomorrow on the Acorn Water Main Project, we are meeting with M&J. They did a great job, so nothing to worry about for this next project. We're going to meet with them tomorrow, go over some punch list items. One is at the end of the street by the ditch. We're having trouble getting the restoration to take because the water main trench is acting like a French drain. So all the groundwater is following the water main trench down the hill and kind of exiting in the ditch bank. So we'll throw some riprap and something there to make that hold, and we'll get that one closed out. And that is the end of my report.
All right. Town staff.
Yes, so last week, this is Well House 4, which is also known as the Shrine Well. There's a well right behind the shrine down there on 41. We noticed in December a noise and some vibration on the well. We had Peerless come out. They noticed it as well, and we didn't want to pull it yet because we weren't sure if it was drastic. So 2 weeks ago, my operator, Mike Baltimore, came in and asked me to take a look at it, and he told me that the water flow, this well usually flows 1,400 gallons a minute. The flow was cut down to 400 gallons a minute. So after speaking with Peerless again, we checked the pressure, everything was fine. It was just a flow issue. So we had to have them pull the pump. They pulled the pump, found a transducer wire wrapped up inside the impellers of the pump. I have pictures and everything I can show you guys. I just wanted to bring this to your attention because this happened last week. And the bottom bowl assembly, which I know it's you have the pump, then you have the screen at the bottom of the well. That section vibrated loose and fell in the well. We were able to fish that out today, which is great news because we don't have to worry about anything else. So the well is good. We're going to extract some of the sediment in the well tomorrow, and then we're going to test pump the well again because there could be a chance that the aquifers opened more inside the fracture. We're not sure, so we want to just verify that we're still gonna get our 1,400 gallons a minute and whatnot. But I wanted to bring that to everyone's attention because this is a costly emergency repair, and it's, I don't have a final,
I was going to say, how much does it cost?
I don't have a final bill yet or anything like that, but this is, worst-case scenario was $38,988. So, just, so the board is aware. I just wanted you guys to know.
All right.
And forgive me, but since I wasn't on the water board at the time, how old is the pump, and what could we have done to prevent that, if anything, or it's just a
Well,
typical?
there's a general we do a maintenance on the wells every 5 years. We pull them and inspect them, 3 to 5
Okay.
years, depending on production. But it was pulled in 2022, in April
Oh.
of 2022, and set back in. What took place, I'm not sure.
I mean, is this something you've seen before, or this is a rare
This has happened in the gates
anomaly?
years ago,
Okay.
before I was the water operator. We ended up, that well came apart, and that larger casing, 12-inch casing, actually shifted. They could not retrieve that. So therefore, we had to go with a small 6-inch submersible well, which then we had to drill another well right by that other well to get the water that we needed. So
Okay.
it was a blessing that we retrieved everything the way that we had to. So it's good.
Good save.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right, sounds good. Billy, town manager?
No, nothing to report.
All right. And we'll go on to payment of the bills. The first one would be to consider the approval of the progress of payment to Haas Associates for 2024 various water main replacement projects in the amount of $8,258.17, and authorize the clerk treasurer to issue payment from the 2021 water bond.
So moved.
I will second.
All right, everybody in favor?
Aye.
All right. And then another one here, accounts payable voucher dated March 20th, 24, representing payment for payroll, supply services, and equipment rendered to the water district, the combined total of $27,689.69.
I will make that motion.
Second on that?
Second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
And then finally, accounts payable voucher dated March 20th, 24, representing the payment of payroll, supply, services, and equipment rendered for the water utility for the town of St. John in the combined total of $240,000 and $245.87.
So moved.
Can I get a second?
I second.
Everybody in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Any public comments? All right. Anything else? Motion to adjourn?
I second. Or motion approved.
I will second his motion.